with the comic book adaptations. Whereas nowadays everybody's seeing nothing but comparisons, nothing but Easter eggs, and nothing but connections to the films so far released in the DC Extended Universe, and they're already starting to see that a little bit with some of the previews and some of the clips that we've gotten from Wonder Woman. And so again, by late October, by last month, I kind of made that decision. And then next thing you know, Doctor Strange comes out. I already have the idea of not seeing it. I'm not already interested in it. And next thing you know, one of the most surprising things happen, and that is that not only the fanboys, I guess whether DC or Marvel for that matter, just the casual audience watchers, and the critics, and just anybody, anybody I know from work or from my town that just happen to see said movies and happen to have the same sort of conversation as I do, all pretty much said the same thing about Doctor Strange. They said that it was a very weak story. It falls victim to the Marvel formula. And pretty much the only good thing about the thing that makes it a good movie is the visuals. And some people are saying that it's really great in 3D. So by that logic, the only thing to make this movie a success isn't a good story. It's the fact that you have to have 3D glasses on to see the 3D effects in front of you. So, okay, what if I want to see the movie and I just have a regular 2D screen? So am I not seeing the good part of the movie that I'm supposed to see, that all the praise is going on about it? Whereas at least with the other movies, both DC and Marvel, it didn't really so much matter on visuals and special effects as long as you had a good, decent, or great story involved. This one, everybody's saying the story is very slow, it could be better, and everybody's saying that they felt like they've seen it before. So with that being said, just early on this month, and just everybody saying that from whether side they're on, or even if they're neutral, just everybody's saying the same thing in just a different context, like 3 different ways actually. It just kind of made me reassured that I was making the right decision with said promise I made back in late October. So basically, in this part 2 Ode to DC movie video, I'm kind of congratulating the DC Extended Universe for what it is, while I'm bashing bashing, for lack of a better term, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and just Marvel in general for being copycat, just very lost in their own monetary ways, regardless of what they're trying to do, and just how not only do the films and media, not only do the films and projects themselves do that, but the fans behind them just reflect that and just say the same thing over and over again, just beating it with a dead horse to the point that you've already explained yourself or somebody else has already explained the concept behind something, and they still don't seem to get it. It just seems like they're closing their ears, and now at this point it just seems like they're trying to cherry pick every little thing to grasp at straws. It's just very immature, and I'm done with it. Not only that, to be honest, I'm not really looking forward to any futuristic Marvel Cinematic Universe films anyway, like Black Panther, not so much. Spider-Man Homecoming, surprisingly, again, like I said, I'm a fan of the other Spider-Man movies, but for some reason, I can really do without Homecoming. Thor, everybody's saying Thor movies were never really that good anyway. And honestly, even before I made said promise back in October, I kind of had the idea that Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy would not hold as strong as Volume 1 did. That you got the whole Ant-Man versus Wasp thing, you got Infinity Wars, you got Captain Marvel. That's another thing why I kind of feel like and that's another reason why I made the decision. Not only did they decide to make Civil War instead of Serpent Society for Captain America, just because of DC's announcement of Batman vs Superman, but they also decided to, but it seems like shortly after DC made the announcement that they're not going to do a two-parter for Justice League, like weeks later you hear that Infinity War is going to be 2 separate movies now. And then all of a sudden the roster changes when you find out Shazam is going to be in the DC movies in 2019. And all of a sudden, Captain Marvel, which was the original name of Shazam in DC, but Marvel Comics got a little upset that their rival company was using their name for a superhero, so they had to give Captain Marvel's name to Marvel just because it's Marvel Comics, and thus that's why Shazam is now named Shazam. So the fact that now in 2019 they're doing a Captain Marvel movie around the same year, just all that just seems like they're really trying to copy DC every single chance they get. And eventually, I feel like over time, if not pretty soon, everybody's going to catch up on that, and everybody's not going to stay as loyal as they once did to the MCU. Not only that, another complaint I have with Marvel is that Captain Marvel won't be until their like 19th film. Whereas, so their first female lead hero movie will not be until 11 years after the series has started, and won't be until almost the 20th film in said series. Whereas you got Wonder Woman, who is not only again making film history in the making, and I'm not the one saying that the actual statistics are. But here it is DC's fourth movie in their extended universe, and it's their fourth year in. They started in 2013, it'll be 2017. So why is it taking one company 4 years and 4 films to do a female movie, whereas it's taking another one 11 years and 19 films to do a female movie? That just seems a little too screwed up for me. That and the fact that they've kind of whitewashed a lot of their characters in the MCU as well. And just now in Homecoming, are they starting to be a little universal with the races and ethnicity? It all just doesn't seem to make sense. But anyway, I guess there's really nothing else to say. That's my video. Thanks for watching as far as you did. Again, this is my second O2DC video. Again, this is also my announcement that I'm going to be sticking with the DC Extended Universe movies. So far, I've seen the first 3 films in theaters, and I intend to see the other films to come in theaters as well. MCU, my opinion's changed again since the beginning of this year. Now I don't really care if I ever see those again, let alone rent those. So anyway, again, that's my thanks to DC, and that's my good luck with whatever you're doing to Marvel. Again, that's my video, and thanks for watching. Have a good night.